Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey, Daily Crumb, hope you along your way today. Well, we hope so anyway. Hey, hey, hey. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time of the day this is for you, and welcome to the Daily Crumb. With me, Wingishnibe, Majeki Kwe, your friendly, freaky ass, sweetgrass water medicine woman. Host Christy Adicon, Christy Cross Superstar. Oh, that's the beautiful divine being right here. And welcome all you beautiful divine beings right here too. How grows it with you? Hey, hey, hey. It's a Wednesday. Within Wednesdays, Awake and Bake Wednesdays. Oh, know what's up for you? A Wandering Wednesdays? Ooh, I don't know. Wonderful. Winter Wonderland Wednesdays. We've had record snow up here in the Ontario and across Canada, I think, eh? But definitely for sure in the Ontario here. Lots of record. They clocked one that has never been in the record books there in the TO. The T.O, man. Yeah, eh? So here we go. I got my music here playing. I don't know if you can hear it. Sometimes you can hear it. I think on one you can hear it, and the other you can't hear it. And I start singing along, and I'm just a weirdo. Here we go. Swanging. Don't you know when it's my eldest boy's birthday today. Yeah, the 28th is today that I'm recording this, and 31 years ago. 31 years ago today, my biggest dream came true. My biggest dream came true, and I became a mommy. 31 years ago. And then when my girl was in my belly, I didn't know it yet. Well, I kind of knew it yet, but it hadn't been confirmed. But I was kind of having the feelings that I think so. It was this day in 2013 that I had my rebirthday. So it's a Gabe's birthday and a rebirthday and a birthday for my eldest boy. And there'll be lots of swinging today. It's sad. I just let my tears go yesterday and let it flow. And I just gave myself that time to myself and didn't push myself to put on a face to be anywhere else. And I know that I don't have to do that with the Mrs. Potts. You're just loved and accepted. You come as you are. Rakaya Tamaya, come as you are, take me as I am. Well, and then there was some I missed because I had to zoom into the landlord tenant board hearing. So I missed them because I was in that. That's all right. But that's all right. Here we grow. And I'm going to wait for the answers for that. And that's okay. That's okay. Here we grow. I put it up into those divine hands and not let my little tiny human brain try and figure it out because I really don't know much. I mean, it's a good brain. Let's not knock it. It's a good brain, but it tries to figure everything out. And it just can't. It's impossible. You know, it's just some things that are not meant to be understood, you know? I don't know. What's that for you? It's not to be understood, it's to be lived. You know, sometimes life isn't meant to be understood, it's just meant to be lived. I don't know, that just kind of popped in there. Okay, here we go. I think I'm going to get a little hot. Okay. I shut the heater off over there and drinking my hot chocolate. Second one. And I saw some snow out there again. It was snowing again. I really want to throw on my skidoo suit and go make a snow angel. Because it's the perfect, because it's so deep. I love that. And then you just go, poof, dive into snow. Kind of hurts, but it's okay. It's a good hurt. You know, there's a good hurt. And there's the hurt that's like, not so good. But you know, that hurt from, you know, you put in a good workout. You did a good days of work. You know, you just, yeah. You did some good physical work. And then the pain afterwards, I think, for me, that's the good pain. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. That's a little John Cougar Mellencamp. Yeah, I love that song. Yeah, it's a good one. Good rocker. Here we go. So, I already did this, but I'm doing it again. Here we go. What we got for today? How come my music went away? Oh, I love this song. It was just a little lighter, lower song. So, right? Swinging is part of the healing and, you know, allowing. It's not avoiding any of the feelings. I let myself be in those feelings yesterday for as long as I needed. I just gave myself time, was really gentle with myself, and yeah, didn't guilt myself, and still kind of comes up, but it's like, no, it's all right. You know, we're giving that time to ourselves. This is what we need to do. This is how we're switching that up. Whereas before, it's like, I'm feeling sad. Let me go cheer everybody else up, because that's what I need. Let me go give to everybody else what I need for myself. So now it's nobody else's responsibility to do that for me. I'll do that for me. Okay? I'm open, you know. We have help too. I don't do it all on my own. I do not do it all on my own. All right. Okay, here we go. I did have to go into my peer group, so I did do that. I did do that. Oh, my Andy Bear and I had so much fun. Andy Bob Chuck. He had that on his backpack that I learned. Don't put the names on the outside of the backpack, especially that. But he wanted that on his backpack. He wanted Andy Bob Chuck on his kindergarten backpack. Oh, we had so much fun. It's all right. I know. Nobody can take that away. I'm his mother, and I did that. I was really. This is how I'm doing it. You know. This is. And it was all what was best for him, right? Because they're going to be children for the shortest time. I wanted to enjoy that. I got down and played with him and the adventures we'd go on to cross the huge forest and across the raging river. And we get over to the ocean and we're on the big pirate ship. And just a little park. Well, the biggest park in the Bari there. And the forest wasn't that big. It was a little creek that ran through. But, you know, that was our adventures. And I would let him lead the way. You know, that's a little trick that I learned. They don't keep taking off if they're allowed to run a little bit, right? So I play the red light, green light, and that always worked. So he got that chance to kind of run up ahead a little bit. But when I said red light, he had to stop until I said green light again. So that gave me some time to catch up, right? At the gap to fill in that little gap a little bit there. Anyways, we had so much fun. Got so much interference with my other ones I tried to. Anyways, here we go. Poof! Thinking of the beautiful memories. Here we go. Self-love is an ocean, and your heart is a vessel. Make it full, and any excess will spill over into the lives of the people you hold dear. But you must come first. Recite these words in your heart. That was Beau Taplin. I am worthy of all the good things in my life. That's it too. I am worthy of good things in my life. You are worthy of all the good things in your life. You're worthy to have the good things in your life. Right? And we won't let them in if we're still punishing ourselves, going, oh, I messed up, I did this, I was horrible, and and whatever that is. We're not going to let anything else get in. So we've got to, hey, you are worthy, and that's okay. No shame or blame. Yeah, you know, maybe these taught us that and whatever, and we took that on ourselves. So let's see what we have taken on ourselves and how we keep this little inside feeling unworthy, unlovable, like they've been rejected, or, you know, what is that? Rejection is protection. I love that one. Rejection is protection. So nothing that's meant for you and all these good things, you know, you don't have to work for them. You don't have to earn them, just simply because you are a beautiful being. You know, you're part of this creation, and love yourself as such, you know. I looked at myself and went, how can I say I love all and I love all people when I'm being so hard on myself? And I got so hard on myself that I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror, because I'm like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? Why do you keep taking on? Why are you becoming like those ones hurting you? Because I don't want to be like that. Hurt people is just an excuse, you know? Because most of the time, I see what I've seen too. A lot of the hurt people don't want to hurt people the same as that. They do everything they can not to hurt somebody else like that. You know, because two wrongs don't make a right, you know, put fire with fire, and who's going to put it out? Okay, we're going to take those two because they wanted to come out together like that. So that our power, that ritual of joy, right? It's time for that joy. We get today's tears of sorrow, water the seeds of joy for tomorrow, but we don't have to wait till tomorrow to feel the joy in today. That's beautiful. It's distracting me now. I'm going to start singing. Right, so what is your ritual of joy? And it's honoring both mother and father, you know, Heavenly Father and Earthly Mother. We need them both, right? What's that? Earth sustains us, Spirit animates us, right? We mix us all up. We were the divine love childs of Heavenly Father and Earthly Mother. I know that's how I like to believe it. How do you like to believe it? What do you like to? That's the way I like to think of it. Or like God's little sub-personalities. Oh no, what is that? But let's confront that in yourselves too. Where we're keeping ourselves down. Where we're blocking ourselves from feeling that joy. Where we keep telling ourselves we're not worthy. So anytime we get a little bit happy, we go, let me snuff that out because I can't be happy right now. I went through a time there too. If I would just, they just saw, and I remember my natural resting face, everybody thought I was still smiling. But then I was like, no, I got to show them how bad. So I went for years like, no, I'm not happy. I'm sad. And I want them to see how sad I am. And then so maybe they'd stop hurting me. But it didn't work that way. Oh, it hurts me to see you hurting. And then it's my fault and all that again too. So, oh no. What have we done to ourselves? Enough with putting it all out there, because when we look at what we've done to ourselves, that gives us that power back. Then we can do something about it. If this has come from a choice I've made, I can make a different choice. Right? I don't have to keep putting that on. I don't have to take on those others' beliefs about me. I don't have to see myself through their eyes. How about I see myself through that all-loving eyes, right? Through the Creator's eyes, the one who made me eyes, that just always loves me, right? And forgives me and knows that I am a human being, perfectly imperfect. Okay, thank you very much. What is that? Let's confront that inner self. Oh gosh, I'm not perfect, so I can't be this. And here's that whirling rainbow. Oh, that's a 43, but I thought that was a 42, but it couldn't be because it's the same one. That Swan, grace and ease, is behind there. But that whirling rainbow of peace, when we're feeling that frustration and things come up, then we can surround that with the whirling rainbow of peace. She didn't go to school again today. That's okay. Here we go. See, as your phone's ringing, I am not reaching and jumping for it. I was just excited. One of my children was calling me the other day. Anyways, here we go. So that whole unity and wholeness achieves, and it begins within each individual becoming an individual, right? We're bringing that all together in ourselves first. We can't do that for anybody else, and even for our children. We can't bring that for our children, but we can be a beautiful example for our children, because the best gifts we can give to our children is a happy, healthy parent. If not two, at least one will do, and there's nothing we can do about the other one. We can only do that in ourselves. And that's the best gift we can give our children. Happy, healthy parents. A good example, you know, and show them. Because, hey, we're imprinted. The first relationships we see. So what is the first relationships your children have seen? Oh, no, what's that for you? What were the first relationships that you've seen? And how have you seen that repeating in your life? It's those cycles, right? Those cycles. And that's how we break the cycles, by recognizing them. We can't change what we refuse to look at, right? And just because we're ignoring it doesn't make it go away. You know, lots of people don't want to see abuse, and especially when it comes to children. But ignoring it doesn't make it disappear. In fact, it makes it worse. It's increased. That's something that has not gone down over all these years, and with knowledge and stuff out there, it is increasing because they've gotten away with it for so long. Abuse does not go away when you ignore it. Okay? Or you just choose not to look at it. In fact, it actually gets worse. It gets worse. When they think that they're getting away with it, it just gets worse. And that's not a humble opinion. I'm not the only one. That's just facts. Them the facts, Jack. Okay, here we go. So this one hopped out first. That's the courage. That's the fox. We're coming out of our shells. We're being ourselves. We're taking off all that we've hidden. We're uncovering all that we are. So it's not discovering ourselves. We're uncovering ourselves, right? That's what we're doing. We're nurturing. We're healing that little innocence of that inner child. You know, that innocence that we're all innocent, yet we're not. Yet we all are. Every single child is innocent though every single child gets imprinted by society and the adults all around them. All of us did. So what kind of programming are our children getting now? Scary. Scary. I'm glad I grew up in the time that I did, but you know, hey, we're comparing. And what are we comparing to? Right? I've seen something each generation tries to outdo the next, and it becomes a competition and things like that. Why do we compete with our children? Why do we get our children to compete with us? It's not a competition, right? Teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. Is that Nick Nolte or something? Somebody, Gary Belushi, or one of them said that. I love that. Team. Together, everyone achieves more. Okay? It's a teamwork. What's going to work? Teamwork. Did you ever watch The Wonder Pets? That's my loving Liam when he was like 3. That's why I got him to clean up his room. I just started, what's going to work? Teamwork. And he'd get up, and then one day he was so upset. No teamwork. It was so cute. Anyway, so here we go. We're healing in that. Healing our children on the inside so that we're not projecting on our children on the outside, because that's what we'll do. We want to give our children everything that we never had. And is that what's best for them? Right? We just keep overindulging them because we don't want to see them hurt. We don't want to see them in pain. We project our stuff on there. But if we look, they haven't had the same childhood that we had. You know, we might have had really rough childhood, but let's look and go, hey, look at that. I've made things a little better. I've honored my child. I've listened to when my child, you know. Oh, no, what's that? I'll say it to you. And that was one thing that always my children's mother didn't want to be their friend. You know, because friends and parents play different roles. They're going to have very many friends, but they only get a couple parents or the caregivers, right? It's very different roles that they play. The parents can be the most important roles, especially at the start of their lives, right? So as we get older, it kind of transitions, but it's still, I mean, I've always been. I'm your mom at first. I'm not your friend. I'm your mom, okay? All right. Because I'm going to teach you not to do crimes. I'm not going to be your partner in crime, okay? That's not a good job for a parent to do. We want to teach them, you know. Anyways, my humble opinion, or no, it's a little bit of education, yeah, but mostly my opinion. And I'm no exception to the rule. All right, here we grow, here we grow. But it's my show. Hi, here we go, swinging. Here we go. Okay, what's that I'll say to you, beautiful beings? What's that I'll say to you? How are you uncovering those parts of yourself? How are you giving that self, that love to yourself so that it overfills? And how are you still blocking that away? How are you still blocking good things in your life? Because you're feeling unworthy of them, because you're feeling whatever that is. What's that I'll say to you? Biggest heart hugs ever. Yes, thank you for being you and shining your light through in everything you do. Because you know what? This world needs you. To be you. Fully, holy, and true. Don't let this world miss out. Know that's you. So glad that you're here on this earth walk. So glad you choose to stay every day. It's grow, grow, grow. Something in my eye. My finger. I know. It's grow, grow, grow. Slow, slow, slow. Make this another wonderful, blessed day. Love you all. Mwah. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Ow! There's something in there. I know, not my finger. When I took my finger out, it still felt like something in there. Okay. All right, beautiful beings. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Come closer. Come closer. Stay down. There we grow. We say, here we grow. Joy in the sorrow.